G'day everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are exploring a bit of unknown territory for me. We're going to be lacing up our Brain Dead bike rims. So they're the ones that Tiny's drew all over. We had our last video where we clear coated everything. It's come up with a bit of this faded milky kind of thing. I wasn't too stoked at the end of the last video, but I am actually, it's starting to grow on me, and everyone that's seen it has been like, yeah, it really suits the vibe, and Tiny likes it as well, so that's the main thing. Yes, so today we are getting our front wheel done with on this rim, and I had a go at doing the rear one. It was pretty straightforward actually. I was a bit scared at first. I thought it was going to be very time consuming and a bit of hard yakka for me, but it wasn't too bad. I'm doing a 3-cross layout today. We'll talk through that as we go through the rim. We've got some brand new stainless steel spokes here. We're going with a 194 length for the front wheel and some new nipples as well to keep it nice and shiny. Got to be careful, I made this mistake. I bought the same size spokes for the rear wheel and the front wheel. Rear wheel, like I said, worked no dramas, but the flange on the front hub is a lot smaller, so you're gonna need longer spokes. Smaller flange, longer spokes. I tried to do it this front one and got halfway through and it just wasn't happening for me because I had the two shorter spokes. So I've ordered some new ones. It's my second go. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna be able to get it done today. So if this is uncharted territory for you too and you've been a little bit scared, come along and we'll see what we can get done, and hopefully this one works as well as the rear one did for me. Let's get started. All right, so we've got our rim, our hub, our spokes and our nipples here. We've also got a flathead screwdriver to help us tighten up the nipples when we need to. First thing we're going to do is we're going to find the valve hole on the rim. Biggest hole, you'll be able to see it a lot easier without scribbles on your rim. Biggest hole there, that's going to be kind of our center point where we're going to start building the rim from. So have that at the top there. Then on our hub, we've got these little holes and we're going to just start with one. Put a spoke in one of these holes. And then we're just going to go every second hole around the hub and fill that in. So we're going to start with our valve hole once again, which we can see there. One nipple, one spoke, doesn't matter which spoke it is. Feed our nipple through the back there, attach it to our spoke, and we just want to tighten it a couple of turns so we can see a little bit of thread out there. I'll lift it up so you can see. It's a little bit of thread. The key is to try and keep that consistent as we go and put all of our spokes on, so it's a lot easier when we true our wheel. All right, our next step is you count across from the spoke where you started. Got one hole there, 2, 3, 4. And on that fourth hole, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll put in your next spoke. The good trick is it should be on the same side of the rim. So this is on that side of the rim, this one's on this side, this one's on that side, this one's on this side, and then same side, same, about 4 down. So that's our hole. Slide it through, grab a nipple, do it on the outside or the inside of the rim. Tighten that one up. You want to have about the same amount of thread on there. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on the same side. Feed it through. We're going to do the rest of this side and we'll touch base in a second. All right. Quick way to tell that they're on the right spot is all my triangles there are fairly even, so we know we're in the right spot. All right, we're gonna flip over the rim and find that valve hole again. So we've got our valve hole there. We wanna start with this spoke. So we have a look down and we can see that this hole is to the right of that spoke, and that's where we wanna go next. So that's the hole where we want to place our next spoke to the right there. And then just like we did on that top side, we're gonna go every second hole. Doesn't matter which way you go around, I'm gonna go around this way. So I've just gathered these ones out of the way, and we're gonna go, that's our valve hole at the top there. You can tell by those teeth. We just go to the right of that. So the hole right next to our first spoke there, put our nipple through onto the spoke and tighten it up. And once again, you want these to be about the same distance tightened onto the nipple. Same again, move your way around, and it should be the one to the right of the next spoke. Next one along. I'll see you after I've done this side. So once again, have a look down. Looks even, we're in the right spot, and that is how we're going with our wheel so far. Starting to look the goods. We're doing a 3-cross with this wheel. So it means that our spokes that we're going to put in next are going to cross 3 different spokes. People muck up here because they might spin it the wrong way. You want to spin it away from our valve hole here, and that is when we're going to start putting our next lot of spokes in. So keep that in mind. We've got the valve hole in the center, we're spinning away. So that leaves a lot of gaps, so we're not crossing over our valve hole like this, we're spinning away. What we want to do now is put our spokes through the opposite way. We went in the top last time, we're going to go on the inside of the hub. So let's get those ones in. So I'm just doing every second hole here, coming in from the other side. These spokes now can be a little bit tricky hanging out here, these spare ones. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to a little bit of masking tape and just wrap up the spokes that I don't need. So I'm going to start with this one, so I'll leave that one there. Just put a little bit of tape to make sure they're all bunched together for me. All right. Time to do the 3-cross. So, like we said last time, we want our spokes to rotate away from our valve hole there. This one's now a long way away from home. Now we've got that thing. So what we need to do with this one is make it go the opposite way. So it's going to spin round down here because it's going against the flow of our spokes. What we need to do is have it cross 3 spokes. So it's going to cross this one, and it's going to cross this one, and it's going to cross this one here. So just the same spokes on the same side, 1, 2, 3. It's going to go over the first one, over the second one, and under the third one, and across into the hole next to that last one. So over that first one, over that second one, under the third one, and into the next hole that is available there. So this is when things start to get a little bit tighter. So we can put our nipple on there. Make sure it catches. We want to tighten it the same as we've been doing all the other spokes with a little bit of thread left there. All right, unwrap these ones and we'll grab our next spoke out, which is the next one along. Keep being bunched up again. So once again, going against the grain, crossing this one, and going under our next one and parking in there. Over, under. Might need to give it a little bit of a bend to get it through. And then we've got our spot for it over here. It's fine to take your time with this one. If you find things are getting a little bit stuck, you might have your nipples getting stuck on the rim, and that's why they're not coming through. But it's fine to take your time. Make sure you're better to double check as you go around. Over, under. Make sure we're hitting it in the right spot on the wheel, and we can keep on working along. I'm going to keep on doing this side. Once again, over, under. Just get a bit of pressure on the spoke so we don't scratch the rim. Across and find that hole there. Nice. All right, I'll do this side, I'll keep doing it, and then I'll touch base with you guys in a bit. Just like last time, if we can see our patterns are looking even and we've got one spoke hole spare between each section, we are under control. Before we flip this rim over, we'll put in our spokes for the other side, so our last 7, and then we'll flip it over and do the same. You can see things start to get a little trickier here. We've got some more spokes, more things for things to get caught on. Bit tighter working conditions. Just like last time, again, we're gonna grab some of our masking tape. And we are going to tape up our stray spokes. Just loosely because we need to get them out there. All right, so we're gonna start with this one. Having a look at this side, all of our spokes are going off to the left, so we're gonna go to the right with our cross. So we're gonna go, start off, we're going over, under. So we'll sneak in under that one. A little bit of a bend, and that is our hole to fill on this side. Like I said, things might start to get a little bit tighter now that we're coming to the end of the wheel. So we're pulling some different forces from different angles and things like that. But you should be able to manipulate them if you've kept your nipples about the same fastened level around the wheel. All right, once again, over, under. It's just our next one along here. Very much more of the same as we continue. I'm going to fast forward through this part, get it done, and we'll have a look at what our close to finished product is like. There we have our loosely laced rim. So I'm going to go around now and tighten all of our nipples and make sure that we've got even tension. And then we need to true this wheel. That means making sure it's nice and straight with that one. There you have it, our laced up rim. 28 spokes with the 3 cross. So it rolls fairly straight at the moment. I know it's a bit hard to tell with the drawings on there, but it is rolling fairly straight. It will need a little bit of truing. I'll probably recommend taking it to a bike shop for your truing needs, but if you want to do it at home, there is ways. I've done it a fairly ghetto way with my wheel, my other wheel, and I'll probably do the same with this. But if it's something you're riding every day, I'll probably recommend that you have a professional bike shop do your truing for you, so make sure your wheel is nice and straight and doesn't give you any grief when you're out cruising. And there we go. So that is how you would lace up a rim with a 3 cross technique. I don't know if I'm going to be trying to do 72 spoke rims or 144s anytime soon. 28 was more than enough for me. Wasn't overly difficult, just fairly time consuming and fiddly. Hopefully that gives you some confidence to maybe do your own rims, maybe painting your rims, doing some different designs or something like that, and then be able to relace them with some nice new spokes is always a good thing. I'm thinking maybe plain black tyres to go on these ones, just so we don't take away from all the cool drawings that we've got on the rims, because that is really what we want to stand out. I've got a set here that I'm going to use on that, but I've also just ordered a bunch of parts from Saintside here in Melbourne to go on this bike. I think we're, like I said, keeping it fairly simple, so our drawings and stuff is what stands out for us. We're going to wrap it up there today. Catch us next time. We'll be working on this brain dead bike further. I want to see what you guys are working on. People tell me in the comments on their videos all the time that they've got projects underway. Best way to communicate with me about your projects is to hit me up on Instagram, JDK Media Oz. You'll find the link in the description. And there you'll be able to send some stuff through, and I'll be able to share your builds on that Instagram page as well, and even might chuck some up at the end of some of our videos. So if you want to do that, hit us up on Instagram and you'll be able to send some through for us there. I'd love to see what you guys are building. In the meantime, stay safe, keep on riding, and I will catch you next time. Thanks, guys.